All right, good afternoon and welcome to Deer Lodge, Montana. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes of the Vows. 406-270-7384. And it is the Valkyries coming up next tip-off here in about 15 minutes or less as they take on the Powell County Lady Wardens here from Deer Lodge, Montana. And we'll talk about the records. Powell County 1-2, been hit hard by COVID, so they've only played 3 games, and a short roster for head coach Henry Huber. And then the Valkyries on the season are 3-6, coming off a big win in conference against Troy. And we'll talk about their upcoming schedule as well. I had an opportunity to sit down with the head coach of the Valkyries, Courtney Gunlock, prior to the ball game, and she had a few things to say about what went on and with their team and going forward. So this is my interview with head coach Courtney Gunlock earlier this afternoon. Well, good afternoon and welcome to Deer Lodge, Montana, as the Valkyries on the road. Makeup game canceled earlier in the season down here in Deer Lodge to take on the Powell County Lady Wardens. And I'm here with head coach Courtney Gunlock of the Bigfork Valkyries, and coming off a big conference win against Troy last week. Talk about that game and what you guys learned from that game and going forward, what you worked on during practice to prepare yourself for the game today against Powell County.
Yeah, Troy was a good game that we were able to get everybody involved, to get some of our young ones more experience. We did again struggle with bunnies, and so one of the things we really want to work on tonight is again finishing in the paint, keeping our team turnovers down. I mean, our goal is for 15 or less, and to communicate on defense better.
So you guys are 3-6 now on the season, and you take on a Powell County team that's only played 3 games. They're 1-2 due to COVID issues that they've had. Have you seen film on them? Do you know how they play? What do you have to do against them today to get a W?
Yeah, Deer Lodge they're always a scrappy team. They do play a lot of man-to-man defense, so we're going to have to take care of the ball and be able to run our offense correctly. We also need to block out because they crash the boards pretty hard. I don't think they are real strong with pressure, so we're gonna. The plan is to do some full court press on them. Try to get some easy turnovers and layups.
Yeah, I showed their roster. Maybe that's their JV.
No, that's both.
Okay, a JV and varsity roster. Looks like only 2 seniors on that team. Talking about getting experience, I went and watched your C-Squad play Columbia Falls in a heck of a ball game. So some of those younger kids in that game, they played really well. Callie Gambala and Annika Ranson and some of the others played well in that game. That was a fun game, and so they got a game in, got some more experience because they've missed quite a few. Talk about those young players.
Yeah, unfortunately, we missed them in both the Mission and Eureka games last week. They were quarantined, so it was good to get them some more playing time and more experience. And we look for those 2 to come off the bench and really help spark us both defensively and offensively. And the more experience they can get, the more confidence they're going to build.
Well, your leader on the team, or at least your leading scorer, Emma Barrett, had the last 4 games, 26, 20, I think 17, and then 15. So really putting up good numbers, even though they're, playing a box and 1 and stuff on her, but she's still able to get loose and score. And then some of your other folk, scouting they do, hitting from the outside. Always Audrey Benz playing on the toughest offensive person for the other team, and talking about the other kids that start for you and what their contribution is to this team as they continue to grow.
Yeah, I mean, Emma Barrett is definitely our leading scorer, and we look for her leadership out on the court as one of our strongest basketball players. We also know that we can't have one scorer, so we are really focused on trying to get a well-rounded scoring balance around her, as well as to know our roles. And, some it's going to be more rebounding, some it's taking care of the ball, some it's playing great defense. And I think if we all know our roles as a team and play those roles, we'll be successful.
So talk about Scout. Scout kind of moving into a more of a post player now and having to learn that. What have you worked on in practice to get her more comfortable in the post to become, better down low with her post moves and also to become a better rebounder for you guys?
Yeah, no, this is definitely a transition from where we played Scout last year, and it definitely is new to her. So getting her more comfortable with some post moves, not bringing the ball down, being strong with her hands. It's all coming. It wasn't the most comfortable thing for her, but she's starting to come into her own. So we look by the end of the season that she can be a real power down there for us.
And then Madison Chapius, I thought the last few games she's really stepped up her aggressiveness and some great moves, playing some great defense, especially on the help side, and really helping your team to be able to get out and run because she's fast. She can get up the court like Audrey and with the basketball and get you into your running.
Yeah, Maddie always gives us 100%. And like you said, she is very fast and very strong. The biggest thing with her is to get her to know control. Sometimes that speed gets away from her, so just trying to teach her how to stay more in control with that, but still use it to her strength and advantage.
Well, I look forward to today's ball game. They only have 3 games under their belt. And are you going to look out to get out and run, or what have you worked on in practice that you want to use today that maybe you haven't used in the past?
We want to practice our press a little bit more consistently, both in the full court and the half court that we haven't implemented yet. Thought this would be a good game to start trying to bring that in, as well as to continue working on our transition and to be able to know when to actually attack the basket and attempt to finish, or if we don't have the numbers, pull it out to try to decrease some of our turnovers.
Yeah, I think that's a big key watching you guys. When you guys take care of the basketball and you don't turn it over and give the other team extra shots, you guys are a very good team when you take care of it and makes smart plays. That's sometimes when you're young, right? It's like a hot potato. You want to get rid of it. You don't want to have it, but you got to learn to play under control, like you said.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I'm looking forward to today's ball game. JV getting about ready to hit underway, so I'll let you watch that. I appreciate you, as always, joining me on the pregame curtain. And let's go Vals.
Thanks. Yes, go Vals.
All right, pregame interview with head coach Courtney Gunlock and what the Vals have to do for today. He talked about Powell County, only 3 games under the belt due to the COVID situation. That's why the earlier game was canceled here, both freshman, JV, and varsity. So making that up, getting this game under a belt for the Valkyries and both for Powell County. They are 1-2 on the season. The Valkyries are 3-6, coming off a big win in Troy on Friday. So, and tomorrow they'll go non-conference and they'll go up level and play a Class A school in the Polson Lady Pirates. That game's over at Chehalis Kootenai College tomorrow. Gets underway, I believe, at 4 or 4:15. You can check the schedule on bigforkschools.org under the high school to see exactly what time, and I can look it up here for you later if need be. The Vikings finally back in action tomorrow. The freshmen will take at 4 o'clock. They will take on the Stillwater Cougars, and then the JV and varsity will take on the Mission Bulldogs as they need to make up that conference game that they missed last week. So they'll be playing Mission. That should be a good game. Gets underway again at 4, 5:30, and then it should be about 7 o'clock for varsity. You can catch those games on the NFHS network for both, I believe, boys and girls. I'm not sure if the college may or may not have that. Unfortunately, I will not be able to broadcast the girls on radio because I'll be home PAing for the boys game. So, and then coming up Saturday, a big 5 games on Saturday as both the Vikings and Valkyries. It is senior day for basketball and also for swim coming up on Saturday. As they take on Loyola, the Breakers, defending champs, Class B co-champs, and then the Rams up on Saturday. So it'll be 2 games for the ladies, the Valkyries, and then 3 games for the Vikings. The girls will play first, followed by the Vikings on Saturday as well. Once again, this is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and Vals. Pre-game brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. For all your grocery needs, it includes an amazing bakery, deli, and much, much more. Everything there at Bigfork Harvest Foods. 8111 Highway 35 in Bigfork, 837-5010. Thank you to Marcus Pablos and the gang at Bigfork Harvest Foods. Well, your starting lineup brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. Let's take a look at the Powell County Wardens. And for them, they'll start a freshman guard at 5'5", number 2, Taryn Lamb. At forward, a 5'7" senior, number 11, Courtney Bosey. At guard, 5'6", junior, number 12, Natalie Spring. In the post, a 5'10" junior, number 20, Emma Johnson. And number 21 is a 5'5" sophomore guard in Mary Hanson. They only have 2 seniors for head coach Henry Huber, assisted by Shelby Applegate. And for the Valkyries, 5'8" guard, junior, number 11, Emma Barrett. The captain, number 14, is a 5'4" senior guard, Audrey Benz. At guard as well, 5'9" sophomore, number 15, Madison Tapias. At small forward, junior, 5'6", number 21, Alexis Sari. And the power forward, a sophomore at 5'11", number 22, Scout Nadeau. Head coach Gordy Gunlock, assisted by Jasper Torres and Branty Couture. And get ready for the anthem and the presentation of the colors. So I'll stand and for the anthem as the flag is presented, and I'll let you guys listen in. All right, nice rendition by that young man. Not sure who he was, came in and sang, did a fantastic job with the national anthem. And we're about ready to kick things off. Tip-off here. It is Bigfork Valkyries taking on the Powell County Lady Wardens. And tip-off brought to you by the UPS Store for all your printing and shipping needs. 439 Grand Avenue, Bigfork, Montana. 837-2002, including banners and posters. Brad Stodds Hill and the gang at Bigfork UPS Store. So they're doing the starting lineups, announcing them here. The athletic director, Dakota Norris. And 406-270-7384. Let me know if you're hearing this out there, how it sounds listening in. And they're going to do the lineups for Powell County Wardens. Looks like they only have 7. Powell County will play. We got another young lady. I'm not sure who she is. She's on crutches, obviously out for this game. So, and a full cast of characters for the Valkyries. Ready to kick things off here. It will be Chapius going up against Boise for the tip here in Deer Lodge, Montana. It's Powell County, the Wardens, Lady Wardens, and the tip goes to them. They go back to Lamb. Lamb with the basketball, the freshman at the top of the point. Valkyries in a man-to-man defense. Kicks it over the corner. And to Bosie. Bosie will kick it out to Hanson. Hanson back out top to Lamb. Lamb to right wing. Looking in the corner. Gives it up to number 12, Spring. Spring throws it away. And as she intended her pass for number 20, Emma Johnson. And Johnson can't quite get there. Bigfork basketball. And bends across the timeline, top of the key, guarded man-to-man by Lamb, and Benz kicks it out. Berth, left wing, looking on the drive, and she'll get fouled and go to the free throw line for 2 as she drives it on the left side for the Valkyries. Fouls on number 12. That's Natalie Springs first, and the first team foul on Powell County. And Emma Berth to the line to shoot 2 for Bigfork. Just underway, and a 1-0 lead already for Bigfork. 7:23 to go here in quarter number 1 from Deer Lodge, Montana. And Barrett will get another for the Valkyries. Well, it looks like she worked on free throws in practice. Drains both of those. 2-0 lead on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Lamb of the basketball. She's going to get bumped there by Benz, I believe. And they're going to call it on Audrey Benz, her first team foul on the Valkyries. Valkyries working on pressure in the backcourt. Gives it up to Hanson. Hanson across the timeline. Over in the corner to Johnson. Johnson knocked away by Chapius and out of bounds. And turnover, to Powell County. You'll hear me say Powell County, Deer Lodge means the same thing. And inbounding is Spring in the front court. She'll get it up to Hanson. Hanson, top of the key, double teamed. And over to Spring. Spring on the drive, puts a shot up, misses everything. And Beth comes down with it. She's breaking away. Going to go coast to coast, come behind her. And Beth off the backboard and good. As Bosie tried to run her down, but Beth with the first 4 points. And Lamb driving up the right side. And the foul's going to be called a blocking foul on number 21, Alexis Sari, for the Valkyries. Spring will inbound to Lamb. Double team, trapping the Valkyries. Lamb gets by it and knocked away by Chapius as Lamb drives to the left side. So Powell County will get it underneath under their own basket. Kicks it out to Hanson. Hanson looking baseline. And she'll get it back from Spring. Hanson top of the key. Spring still wearing her mask on the court. And hand off to Lamb. Lamb gets it. Nearly stolen away by Barrett. Lamb on the drive. Throws it up. And run down there by number 20. That's Johnson. She throws one up and she's fouled. She'll get 2 shots for Powell County. Foul's number 15, Madison Chapius. That is her first and third team foul on the Valkyries. So Emma Johnson to the line to shoot 2 for Powell County. First one off the left side of the rim and falls away. No good. She'll get one more. 4-0. Valkyries lead on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. 6:22 to go here in the first quarter. Second shot up is good. And Powell County on the board with a point and trail 4-1. Bends across the timeline. Looking left side. Going to go to and drive it. Up, under, and nice move by Audrey Benz. Puts it off the backboard, off the rim, and drops for Audrey. Been a little more aggressive today, driving it to the basket. Pressure by Bigfork. They're trapping in the backcourt. Gets across to Johnson. Johnson will give it up over to Spring. Spring out to Hanson. Hanson going to get trapped. There, out to Spring. Spring looking to drive. Left side, right there into it. They do. Lamb throws up a long shot, misses it, but Spring comes down with a rebound, puts it off the backboard, off the rim, and no good. And fouls called on Bigfork. That'll be Emma Beth and her first personal. The 14th foul already on Bigfork with 5:41 to go here in quarter number 1. Spring at the free throw line. First shot up short off the rim and no good. And she'll get one more. Does Natalie Spring for Powell County. Second shot up is good. And no good because of a lane violation. So no free throw. Score remains 6-1, 5:39 and counting. Benz across the timeline, over on the left side. Looking to drive. Screen set there by Chapius. Chapius was rolling to the basket, and Benz throws it up. Chapius stopped. Knocked out of bounds by Benz. And coming in for the Valkyries, number 30, Callie Martins for Bigfork. Spring to inbounds to Lamb in the front court, guarded there by Martins. And Lamb looks to drive. Chapius putting pressure all over Lamb, the freshman. Throws it out to Spring. Spring up and under. And a blocking foul. Bigfork being really aggressive on their pressure defense. So fouls on number 21. That's her second. Alexis Sari. And 15 foul on the Valkyries. And looks like number 10, Ariana Sari, in the ball game for Bigfork. I thought she wore 20, but. And basket there is a dumping into Johnson. Scores it for the layup. 6-3 now. Under 5 to go here in the quarter number 1. Barrett with the basketball. Crossover by Barrett. Up, under, off the backboard, and good. And a nice crossover move by Emma Barrett. And an 8-3 lead on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Lamb quickly across the timeline. And she's going to travel. Didn't come to that jump stop. And a timeout taken by the Valkyries. 4:41 to go, 8-3 on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. The Valkyries lead here against Powell County in Deer Lodge, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Lights of the Vals, 406-270-7384. Text me, let me know if you're tune in today. Excuse me. Well, welcome back to Deer Lodge. We're just underway. 4:41 to almost halfway through the first quarter. Valkyries up 8-3 Barrett already with a quick 6, leading the way for the Valkyries. It'll be Bigfork basketball after the timeout. And Martins will inbound to Barrett in the backcourt. Got Scout Nadeau, Ariana Sari, and Chapius in the ballgame for Bigfork. Barrett looking to drive up under. She gets fouled out top. And that'll be on the floor. So no free throws this time for Barrett. And that'll be on number 11, Courtney Bosey for Powell County, their second team foul. Inbound, Bigfork. Martins gets it in to Chapius, back to Martins. Up and under, Callie Martins, off the rim, no good. Right there, Scout Nadeau battling for it. And Chapius comes up with a loose ball. 3-point shot on the way by Barrett, short. And Martins tries to save it, but she steps on the end line, and a turnover by Bigfork to Powell County. Inbounding, Spring will get it into Hanson. Hanson back to Spring, over to Lamb. Lamb up the left side. Pressure from behind. Trapped. And Powell County, as they had Lamb trapped on the sideline, head coach Henry Huber takes the timeout for Powell County. That is their first here in the first half. 4:12 to go. Here in quarter number 1, 8-3, the Valkyries lead on a UPS Store scoreboard from Deer Lodge, Montana. All right, we're back here in Deer Lodge, Powell County. Wardens and the Bigfork Valkyries, 8-3, Valkyries lead. And Powell County will inbound. Inbound to Spring. Or check that Hanson in the backcourt. Up in the corner to Bosey. Bosey looking underneath for Johnson. Gives it up to Lamb. Lamb looking to drive. Kicks it out to Spring. Blocked there by Sari at the 3-point line. And Spring gets it back. Drives inside. Shoots the layup. Chapius with the rebound for Bigfork. Quickly out. Barrett running the court. Barrett up and shoots the layup. Scores it. A nice pass by Chapius. And Barrett, I believe, with 8 already here in quarter number 1. Inbound to Spring. Up side to Hanson. Hanson back to Spring. Over to Lamb, right side. Barrett putting the pressure on her. Lamb gives it up to Johnson. Johnson will give it out. Blocked again by Sari. Another blocked shot as Mary Hanson tries to shoot the... And up to Martins. Martins shoots the layup, misses it. It's on the floor. Chapius, or check that, Scout Nadeau on the floor battling with Powell County. And a held ball. It'll be possession arrow to Bigfork. And number 10, Taylor Stevenson checking in for Powell County. Into Chapius. Chapius on the drive. Off the backboard and good on the inbound pass from Callie Martins. And a 12-3 lead with 3:14 to go on the UPS Store scoreboard. Hanson over to Spring. Spring looking. Runs in. Stolen away on a loose ball by Callie Martins. Right there, Sari. Sari gets the rebound. Is tied up with Lamb. And possession arrow is pointing towards Powell County with exactly 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 1. Audrey Benz will replace Callie Martins for Bigfork. Spring inbounds to Lamb. Lamb right side. Pressure put on by Benz. Back to Spring. Spring looking. Stolen away by Audrey Benz. Barrett with the basketball looking. It's going to drive off the backboard. No good. Gets her own rebound. Puts it right back up and drains it for 2. And 14-3 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Into Spring. Over to Hanson. Up to Lamb. Lamb with the basketball. Looks like she nearly carried it there. Knocked away by Chapius and out of bounds. It'll remain Powell County basketball as Courtney Bosey comes back in the lineup for Bigfork. And checking in for the first time for the Valkyries, it'll be number 24, the freshman, Callie Gambala. Inbound pass stolen away by Audrey Benz. And she'll bring it across the timeline for Bigfork. Top of the key. Looks to drive. Kicks it out to Barrett. Barrett, left corner, up and under. Loses it out of bounds as she tried to drive the baseline in the lane and can't quite handle the basketball with her left hand. 2:20 to go. Inbound. Bosey. Up to Hanson. Hanson drives it up the court for Powell County. Pressure put on by Bigfork. Bosey. A late whistle. And it'll be the 16th foul. Foul's on number 10. Ariana Sari. And that's a 16th foul on Bigfork. First on Sari. Inbounding. And Mary Hansen got fouled. And we'll see that's the second one now on Sari. And the 17th foul on Bigfork. That'll put Powell County in the bonus 1-1. So the bonus the rest of the way for the first quarter and the half for the Lady Wardens. Shot up. First one is good by Natalie Spring, and she'll get one more. Number 12, check that. That's 21, Mary Hansen with the free throw. Back in the ballgame is number 12, Natalie Spring. Entering the ballgame for Bigfork is number 31, Ellie Jort. Nice box out by Jort. Callie Gambala with the rebound, gives it up to Benz. Benz looking left side. Looking to drive is Audrey. And number 12, Spring, hands all over Benz, and they'll call a foul on her. That's her second and third team foul on Powell County. Gambala inbound, Chapius. Benz, left wing. The corner. Chapius can't handle the pass. And goes out of bounds, turnover to Powell County. And Spring will inbound. Hanson, back to Spring. Now Hanson with the basketball. Over to Spring, cross the timeline. Back to Hanson. Over. Stevenson. Stevenson trapped on the sideline. And she steps on the sideline. Nice pressure defense put on there by Emma Barrett, causing Stevenson to step on the sideline. Not the end line. Jort will inbound to Benz for Bigfork. Benz cross the timeline. Looking to drive. Up. Under. Crossover. No. It's going to kick it out. Finds Barrett. Barrett all the way in the corner to Jort. And then Bigfork going to call for a 3-second violation as Taryn Lamb returns to the lineup for the Lady Wardens. Spring inbounds to Hanson. Up to Lamb. Lamb right side. Screen put on by Johnson. Johnson with the basketball out to Spring. Over to Hanson. Hanson. Top of the key. Spring. Spring looking to drive. Kicks it over to Lamb. Lamb 3-point shot on the way off the rim. No good. Jort battling with Spring for the rebound. And Jort's going to get called for the fouls. Spring gets the rebound, puts it up. And Jort from behind gets her on the arm. Her first personal 8th team foul on the Valkyries. Bigfork playing a little bit more aggressive as head coach Courtney Gunlock said. First shot up off the front of the rim, no good by Spring. And she'll get one more with 1:02 to go here in the first quarter. Valkyries up by 10, 14-4 on the UPS Store scoreboard. One more for Spring. Up off the rim, no good. Wouldn't have counted anyway. Lane violation on Powell County. It'll be Bigfork basketball. Chapius inbound to Benz. Benz will bring it across the timeline for the Valkyries. Benz looking to drive. Finds Chapius. Chapius looking up under. Nice move by Madison Chapius. The nice crossover post move by Chapius and puts it up the left hand. Is good. Spring back to Hanson. Over to Johnson. Johnson looking. Finds Lamb left side. Lamb stopped there by Chapius. We'll give it out to Spring. Over to Hanson. Out to Bosey. Back to Hanson. Hanson guarded by Benz. Back to Lamb. In the left corner to Spring. Spring looking to drive. And Chapius reaches in. And she'll get called for the personal. And that's a 19 foul. As Scout Nadeau returns for the Valkyries. And I can't tell if it's Madison's first or second, but 19 foul on Bigfork. Spring at the line, makes the first free throw. And she'll make the second. 10-point lead, 16-6 with 24.3. Ben's quickly up. That Callaghan ball wide open underneath. It's looking, it's going to drive, put it off the backboard, misses it. And Scout Nadeau still with the rebound. Up, no good. Scout Nadeau battling for it. Lamb comes out with it for Powell County. And she'll give it up to Spring. Spring in the corner. We'll give it up to Stevenson, back to Spring. Long shot at the buzzer. And no good. Falls off the rim. And 1 quarter in the book. Excuse me. It is 16-6. The Valkyries lead Powell County Lady Wardens on the Bigfork Harvest Food Scoreboard. We'll be back more with the second quarter here from Deer Lodge, Montana. Well, welcome back to Deer Lodge. As the Valkyries lead by 10, 16-6 after 1 quarter here on the Bigfork Harvest Food Scoreboard. And second quarter possession belongs to the Valkyries. It's Benz, Beth, Alexis Sari, Nadeau, and Chapius, the starters, back in for Bigfork. Benz on the drive. Looking, kicks it out. Chapius. Shot up by Chapius. Off the rim, no good. Nadeau kicks it out. Chapius with the loose ball. Feeds it underneath to Nadeau. Nadeau out the backboard and good. And she'll go to the free throw line to try to complete the three-point play the old-fashioned way. A nice pass by Chapius underneath. That foul is the first one on Emma Johnson and a 14 foul on Powell County. Nadeau shot up and good. Completes the three-point play and a 19-6 Bigfork Valkyries lead. Into Lamb. So Lamb, along with Spring, Bosey, Johnson, and Hanson for Powell County. Lamb on the drive, throws it up. No good. Rebound by Chapius. Quickly out. Going to give it to Benz. And Chapius, before she gave up the pass, took some baby steps and traveled. It'll be turnover to Powell County on the near side. Or check that underneath. And Spring will inbound for the Lady Wardens. Looking, gives it out to Bosey. Bosey looking underneath, gives it over to Lamb. Lamb top of the key for Powell County. Guarded there by Benz. Gives it out to Hanson. Hanson back to Lamb. Valkyries in a man-to-man defense. Up to Spring. Spring looking to drive on Alexis Sari. Kicks it over. Johnson in the baseline. Guarded by Scott Nadeau. Picks it up. Misses it at the bottom of the backboard, but Lamb picks it up and puts it back in for Powell County. Benz across the timeline. Back door. Nice play to Alexis Sari on the back door. Cut and scores baseline and a pass from Andre Benz. Lamb with the basketball across the timeline for Powell County. Over to Hanson in the corner to Johnson. Johnson can't handle it, loses it out of bounds. It'll be turned over by Powell County, and it'll be Bigfork basketball. And Chapius will inbound to Benz. 6:25 and counting here till halftime. Benz across the timeline for Powell County. And a foul called on number 20. That is Emma Johnson's second and 15th foul. It'll be Bigfork basketball on the sideline, and Barrett will inbound for the Valkyries. Far side gets it into Benz. Benz left wing looking to drive and kick it. She'll kick it. Alexis side three-point shot short, but right there's Chapius tips it up, gives it to Nadu. Nadu, little soft jumper, scores two. And 23-8 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Lamb in the front court for Powell County, gives it over to Hanson. Top of the key to Spring. Nearly stolen by Beth. Back out to Hanson and rebounded. And Chapius tries to save it from going out of bounds, but quite can't get there. And it'll remain Powell County basketball here with 5:43 to go here in the half. Inbound to Lamb. Lamb throws up a three-point right away. Barrett with the rebound for Bigfork. And looking to get out and run is Barrett. Gives it over to Nadu. Nadu on the left wing looks drive. Underneath, picked up by Sawyer. Balls. Sawyer gets it again under Chapius. Chapius on the drive. Left-handed shot off the rim and no good by Chapius, but a nice post move by Madison underneath. And Lamb will cross the timeline for Powell County. Over to Hanson. Hanson, right wing, guarded by Benz. She'll bring it to the top of the key. Beth right there. Stops Hanson. Hanson has nowhere to go. Goes in the corner. DeBozy guarded by Beth. Out to Lamb. Lamb, the freshman, took steps before she puts up the shot. And traveling on Lamb. And a turnover to Bigfork. Just under 5 minutes, 4:58 to go in the first half. And Benz will cross the timeline for Bigfork. Over on the left side, and she's looking cross over the right and driving. And Lamb's going to get called with the arm bar. That's the 16th foul, and first on Lamb. And Callie Martins back in the ballgame for Bigfork. Sorry, Martins over to Barrett. Barrett on the left wing. Going to shoot that three-point shot. Off the rim, no good, but right there is Sorry and gets it tied up with Spring. And the arrow points towards Powell County. And Powell County will take their second timeout here in the first half. With 4:38 to go here till halftime, the Valkyries lead 23-8 on your UPS Store scoreboard. We're back with more of the second quarter. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes and the Vows here from Deer Lodge, Montana, as the Valkyries lead 23-8, up by 15 here in the first half. All right, we're back here in Deer Lodge, Montana. With 4:38 to go till halftime, the Valkyries leading 23-8 on the UPS Store scoreboard. Inbound to Lamb in the backcourt for Powell County. She'll bring it across the timeline in the front court. Cross over the left side. Gives it over to Hanson. Hanson going to drive Beth right there to guard her. Right corner, Bozy. Back out to Hanson. Over to Lamb. Lamb left side, top of the key to Spring, and over to Hanson, corner, Bozy. And Bozy stepped on the sideline. It'll be turned over to Bigfork. And the Martins back to Beth. Beth at the point for Bigfork. Beth on the drive. And she'll go to the free throw line as she misses the layup but got fouled. Fouls on number 11, Courtney Bosey, her second. 17 foul at Barrett will get 2 for the Valkyries. Oh, this one rolls off the rim and no good. And checking in for Bigfork is number 32, Annika Ranson, the freshman. And Bear's second shot rolls off the rim, no good. Rebounded there by Spring for Powell County. Under 4 minutes to go here at halftime. Hanson with the basketball, right wing. Gets caught, picks up her dribble, and taken away by Chapius. And Chapius looking to drive. And trying to see what the official is going to call. And looks like she's going to call a block on Powell County. And that'll be their 18th foul. Chapius will go to line. Check that's on number 12, Natalie Spring. Her third personal. And at the free throw line is Madison Chapius to shoot 2 for Bigfork. First shot up, little hard off the rim and no good. She'll get one more. Number 14, Avery Jones checking in for Powell County. And back in for the Valkyries, number 24, Callie Gambala, as Chapius will get another free throw for the Valkyries. Off the rim, no good. Hustling down is Annika Ranson. Gets it over Martins. Top of the key. Beth off the rim, no good. And Chapius trying to run it down. And turnover. As it goes out of bounds, it will be Powell County basketball. 3:38 to go here in the first half. 23-8 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Lamb gives it to Johnson. Johnson right there is Barrett. Over to Hanson underneath. Lamb three-point shot in the way, no good. Missed. Coming up with is Chapius, stolen away by Lamb as Barrett didn't see it right there. Lamb looking to drive. Loses the basketball, picked up by Gambala. Quickly to Barrett. Cross the timeline is Barrett. Looking up underneath and throws it up. And she'll go to the free throw line, and she got fouled on a blocking call on Powell County. That was the third personal on Emma Johnson. 19 foul, and Barrett to the line to shoot 2. Short on this one by Emma Barrett. And Audrey Benz at the scores table will check in, and looks like she's going to check it in for Emma Barrett. Second shot by Barrett, off the rim, no good. And Ranson tries to get it, but knocks it out of bounds. Audrey Benz back in the lineup for Bigfork, replacing Emma Barrett with 3:05 to go here in the first half. Lamb with the basketball. Across the timeline. Bigfork in his zone, 2-3 zone. Over to Hanson, back to Lamb. Lamb top of the key. Callie Martin is right there. 3-point shot on the way out the backboard, no good by Bosey. And Chapius with the rebound. Up on a nice pass to Callie Martins, cutting to the basket on the cross court from Chapius to Martins, and Martins scores the basket for 2. Hanson with the basketball. Tries to throw it to Bosey, but knocked away there by Callie Martins. And out of bounds to Powell County. Far side of the front court. Inbound to Hanson. Back to Bosey. Bosey not in bounds, touching the sideline. And a turnover to Bigfork with 2:23 to go here in the first half. Martins will inbound to Benz. Benz. Top of the key, looking to drive is Audrey. Looking for Bigfork to cut. Annika Ranson out to Callie Gambala. Callie Gambala dumps underneath the Martins. Martins puts it up. Gets it to Chapius. Chapius underneath. Off the backboard and good for 2 by Madison Chapius. 2 minutes to go to halftime. Lamb with the basketball for Powell County. Dribbles it across the timeline. Valkyries lead 27-8 on your Montana Athletic Cup scoreboard. Lamb will give it up to Hanson. Hanson back and looking to drive. Out to Lamb. Lamb top of the key. Dribbling. Over the corner. Bosey. 3-point shot off the rim. No good. Chapius with another rain foul for Bigfork. And quickly out is Madison Chapius. Pulls it out. Looking to set it up. Gets it underneath the Gambala. Gambala. Nice left-handed layup off the backboard as she crosses over the middle and puts that left hand off the board and in for two by the freshman Gambala. 1:18 to go. Lamb with the basketball. 29-8 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. Valkyries lead. Lamb, top of the key, zone defense, 2-3 by Bigfork. We'll give it over to Hanson. Hanson to Bosey. Bosey, pressure put on by Martins. Back to Lamb. Nearly stolen there by Chapius. Into Lamb. Over to Hanson. 3-point shot by Bosey is off the mark. And Chapius with another rebound. Brings it up quickly. Gives it over to Benz. Benz right wing. Looking to drive. Benz finds Ranson. Over to Chapius. Chapius tries to get underneath. Kick ball. It'll remain Bigfork basketball as he tries to get under Martins underneath the basket. Scout Nadeau and Emma Barrett will come back in for Bigfork. Martins, along with Chapius, will get a breather here with 32.4 to go in the first half. Barrett to inbound. Gets it in. Gambala. Bends. Left wing. Back to Barrett. Barrett in the left. She steps on the sideline and out of bounds. It'll be turnover by Bigfork to Powell County. 25.4 to go. 29-8. The Valkyries lead on your UPS Store scoreboard. And Lamb will bring it across the timeline. Looking to take one shot, I think. Spring. Or check that Hanson. Back to Lamb. Hanson, long 3-point shot, no good. Gambala, under 10 to go. Gives it up to Barrett. Barrett will give it over to Scout Nadeau. 3-point shot by Nadeau. Off the mark and no good. And Lamb quickly up, throws it full court, and hits the backboard, but no good. One half complete here from Deer Lodge, Montana. It is your Bigfork Valkyries 29 and the Powell County Lady Wardens 8 on your UPS Store scoreboard. We'll be back with halftime stats and updates here from Deer Lodge. 406-270-7384. Text me. Let me know you're listening out there. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes of the Owls, here from Deer Lodge, Montana, as the Valkyries lead at half, 29-8. All right, welcome back to Deer Lodge, Montana, Powell County, and the Bigfork Valkyries. Valkyries lead 29-8, and halftime brought to you by the Montana Athletic Club. What's keeping me from getting fit? Discounted guest pass, personal training, Pilates, a lot more. Weights and machines, cardio machines, state-of-the-art life fitness and hammer strength weighting machines. Gymnasium, basketball court, swimming pool, locker rooms, Pilates, aerobics, yoga, and spin studios. Indoor racquetball and squash, outdoor courts, tennis. Indoor tanning bed, on-site Ask a Trainer desk, concierge desk, the MISA functional training area, jungle gym, daycare, recovery room, all kinds of things. Updated locker rooms, team room, dry sauna, and jacuzzi, all at the Montana Athletic Club. Say hi to Doug and Nancy Malum, and thank them for sponsoring Bigfork Athletics. Well, look at halftime stats for Powell County. If I can get my phone from turning. Torn Lamb with 2. Natalie Spring with, I believe, 3 points. Emma Johnson with 3. And 1 for Mary Hansen. Overall, 6 in the first and 2 in the second for 8 total for Powell County. And then taking a look at Bigfork stats here just momentarily. Let me bring that up for you. Here, leading the way. Leading the way for the Valkyries is Emma Barrett with 10, and scoring all those in the first quarter. A strong first quarter, came out strong, but 0 for 4 in the second quarter on free throws. Jay Pierce right behind. She has 6 points, 4 in the first, 2 in the second. Nader with 5 in the second, 2 by Alexis, 2 by Callie Gambala, 2 by Callie Martins. So 16 in the first, 13 in the second by Bigfork, and a total of 29 overall for the Valkyries. And check that. Number 10 was Jessa Newton in the ball game for Bigfork, and I'll clear that up, make sure not a number change here. Anyway, the Valkyries lead 29-8 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard at halftime. We'll be back here momentarily with the second half tip-off, or the start of the second half here from Deer Lodge, Montana. James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes, the Owls, with you here in Deer Lodge at halftime. All right, welcome back to Powell County. Deer Lodge is the Valkyries lead at halftime, 29-8. Second half brought to you, third quarter brought to you by the UPS store. All your printing and shipping needs, including banners and posters, 439 Grand Avenue in Bigfork, 837-2002. And same starters for Bigfork, it looks like. Benz, Barrett, Alexis Sari, Nadeau, and Chapius. It'll be Bigfork basketball to start the second half. And the same starters for Powell County. It is Lamb, Bosey, Spring, Johnson, and Hanson. And we're underway here in quarter number 3. Benz with the basketball. Screen set by Chapius. Oh, give and go. Just missed her. Chapius, or Scout Nadeau on the drive. And a hand check there by Johnson. And that's her fourth personal, first team foul of the second half. And quickly off the bench as a substitute, it'll be Avery Jones checking in for Johnson, who has 4 early in the third quarter. Barrett the inbound for Bigfork. Finds Chapius. Chapius, a 5-second violation on Bigfork. And turnover to Powell County. Spring inbounds to Lamb. Lamb guarded there, top of the key by Audrey Benz. Over to Barrett. Back out to Spring to Lamb. Knocked away by Bigfork, but Spring comes up with it. In the corner. Bosey, 3-point shot on the way, misses it. And battling for it. Spring will come up with it. And coming from out of bounds to grab it is 21, Mary Hanson. And they'll call a foul on Chapius, her second. First team foul on Bigfork. And Gambala. Callie Gambala will come in for Madison Chapius, as Chapius has 2. 3-point shot by Bosey. Up, Barrett with a rebound quickly. Up the court. He's going to push it all the way, coast to coast. Goes Emma Barrett, the left hand, and knocks it down for 2. 7 minutes to go here in the quarter number 3. 31-8 on the UPS store scoreboard. Lamb in the front court. She'll give it to Spring in the right corner. Back out, top, over to Hanson, to Spring. Spring in the left corner, back out to Hanson. Hanson, top of the key. Looks corner, Spring, looking to shoot. Can't. Lamb right there. Knocked away by Sari. Barrett comes up with it. Gives it up to Nadeau. Nadeau pulls up for the jumper inside the key and drains it for 2. Scout Nadeau. But credit Sari with the steal as she knocks it away on the pass. Lamb in the corner to Spring. Spring right corner. Dribbles out to the right wing. She'll get up top of the key to Hanson. Hanson over to Lamb on the left wing. Guarded by Sari. Back out to Hanson. Hanson top of the key. Back to Lamb. Lamb throws up a 3-point short. And Benz will come down with a long rebound. Looking to push it. She pulls it out. The senior. Audrey Benz with the basketball. Looking. Oh. She kept going. She had a layup there. And Barrett will drive. And they'll call a personal foul. Number 2, Taryn Lamb. That is her second team foul on Powell County. 5:52 to go, 33-8 on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. The Valkyries lead, and Barrett will inbound on the far end in the front court. Into Gambala, back out to Benz. Benz in the corner, Barrett. Barrett looking, drive baseline up and under, and Barrett will go to the free throw line as she got fouled in the drive. And looks like it's on Bosey, her third personal, third team foul in Powell County. 2 shots for Emma Barrett at the free throw line. First one is short off the rim and no good. And she'll get one more. 5:44 to go here in quarter number 3. Valkyries up by 25, 33-8 on your Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Second shot off the rim, no good. But Barrett fighting for it. And they'll call a foul on her on the rebound And she's going to foul number 21, Mary Hansen. That's the second one on Barrett, second team foul here in the second half on Bigfork. Inbound to Lamb. Lamb across the timeline. Over to Hansen. Hansen, right wing, extended. Looking to drive as Hansen gives him the corner to Bosey. Bosey, right wing. Taken away by Gambala. Gambala quickly up to Barrett. Barrett looking to drive coast to coast. And Barrett finishes it with the layup. Nice steal and pass by Callie Gambala feeding Beth. Bigfork looking to get out and run. And Lamb brings it up. Hansen, right wing. To Bosey. Bosey looking up. Callie Gambala right there on defense. Barrett will steal away. And on the floor, it'll be held ball as Scout Nadeau and Lamb get on the floor for the loose ball. It will be Powell County basketball then. Inbound is Lamb. Top of the key, guarded by Barrett. Sorry, nearly takes it away. And Powell County will take a timeout. That's their third. They only have 2 left. With 4:41 to go here in quarter number 3, the Valkyries lead 35-8 on your Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. We're back to more of the third quarter here from Deer Lodge, Montana. All right, we're back here in Deer Lodge. It'll be Deer Lodge basketball on the near side, and Spring will inbound for Powell County. So give it up to Lamb. Lamb in the backcourt crosses the timeline, guarded by Beth. Out near the top of the key. Gives it up. Foul called on Beth, their third personal, third team foul. Spring inbound to Lamb. Lamb crosses over. Beth gets on the court, loses it, gives it up to Benz. Breaking away is Sorry. Sorry puts it off the backboard and good for 2. And inbound to Lamb. Lamb across the timeline. Top of the key. Looking to set something up for Powell County. Over to Spring. Spring inbound. Bosey. Bosey throws it up. Off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Callie Gambala. She'll give it up to Scout Nadeau. To Benz. Quickly up to Sorry. Sorry looking to drive. Off the backboard. Too strong. But she'll get the shoot 2. As she's fouled on a layup attempt. Alexis Sorry. Fouled there by number 21. Mary Hansen, her first 14 foul, and Sorry at the line for 2. Rolls off the rim and no good. She'll get one more. Number 10, Ariana Sorry in the ball game. And I believe it's 32. Annika Ranson also back in the ball game for Bigfork. Second free throw misses off the rim. And back in for Powell County is Emma Johnson with 4. She gets the rebound. So check that. Chapius, Benz, Alexis and Ariana Sorry, and Callie Gambal in the ball game for Bigfork. Hansen travels with the basketball as he tries to turn the corner to the right. So now Annika Ranson comes in the ball game, and also back in for Bigfork is 31. Ellie Jort with 3:26 to go here in quarter number 3. So Jort to run the point for Bigfork. Look to set it up. Cross over to the left. Looking back door. Gives it up to Annika. Annika over to Chapius. Chapius underneath. Tries to feed Gambala. Bozy knocks it away. And Hansen with the basketball for Powell County. Top of the key. Guarded by Jort is Hansen. She turns the right corner. Throws it up short. Gambala comes up with a rebound. She'll give it up to Jort. Jort quickly up across the timeline. She's going to slow things down for Bigfork and set it up. Crosses over to the left. Looks for the back door. Underneath to Sorry. Sorry gets it. Kicks it out. Lamb takes it away. Gives it up to Johnson. Johnson almost loses it out of bounds, but Bozy able to save it back to Johnson. Quickly. Hansen. Hansen feeds it Johnson. Johnson throws it up from the right elbow and scores 2 for Powell County. 37-10, 2:17 to go here in third quarter. And Jordan the drive, looking for the backdoor cut. She'll give it up to Ranson. Ranson on the drive right side. Look it up. Finds Gambala knocked away. Ranson to Jort. Jort right side, right wing. Looking underneath Gambala on the back door. Nice feed by Jort to Gambala. Gambala scores the baseline jumper for 2 for the Valkyries. Under 2 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Lamb with the basketball, guarded by Jort out near the half court. Brings it toward the top of the key. Gives it over to Bozy. Bozy on the left wing looking to drive. Kicks it out. Spring. And blocked there by Sorry. Sorry with 3 blocks already for Bigfork in this ball game. Ariana, sorry, that is. And it'll be Powell County basketball underneath. And Spring will inbound for the Lady Wardens. Gives it over to Hansen. Back in the corner to Spring. Back out to Hansen on the left wing. Comes to the top of the key, does Hansen. Trying to give it up to Lamb. Lamb looking to drive underneath the Johnson. Knocked away by Bigfork. By Callie Gambala out of bounds. It'll be Bigfork basketball. 1:20 to go here in quarter number 3. 39-10. The Valkyries lead. Near UPS store scoreboard. Into Lamb. Lamb left wing guarded by Jort. Top of the key. Lamb looking to drive. Jort, nice defense there. Spring on the drive. Cut off by Annika. Shot up. Missed there by Hansen. Breaking away. Jort on the breakaway. Nice feed out coming from Gambala, and Jort scores on the layup. Lamb with the basketball. Bigfork up 41-10 on the UPS store scoreboard. Lamb. Guarded by Jort. Crosses over to the left. Will give up to Hansen. Hansen looking to drive. Cut off by Sorry. Over to Bozy. Bozy looking to drive. Right wing. Gives it up to Hansen. Back out to Lamb. Top of the key in the corner to Spring. Spring kicks it out to Lamb. Over to Hansen. In Bozy in the right corner. Drains a 3 for Powell County. Under 20 seconds to go. Jort with the basketball for Bigfork looking to hold for 1. Crosses over to the left. Ellie underneath, gives it to Gambala. Gambala off the backboard with the left hand, and good by Callie Gambala. Lamb with under 5 seconds to go. Crosses the timeline. Over to Bozy. Bozy shoots up a 3-point shot. Off the rim and no good. And 3 quarters in the books. The Valkyries lead by 30, 43-13. After 3 quarters on your Bigfork Harvest Foods scoreboard here from Deer Lodge, Montana. Well, welcome back. It's quarter number 4, and Barrett will be out there with Chapius, Martins, Jort, as well as Ranson. Lamb, along with Bozy, Spring, Johnson, and Hanson for Powell County. And Bigfork basketball to start the fourth quarter. Jort, top of the key for Bigfork, gives it over to Barrett. Barrett, far side. Martins on the left wing, but top of the key to Jort. Give it to Barrett. Barrett on the right wing for Bigfork. Gives it out to Jort. Gives it out Martins. Backdoor cut by Barrett, up, under, and she'll get fouled and go to the free throw line. There's a nice pass there by Gumbala as Barrett cuts to the basket. And she'll get 2 shots. That's the 4th personal on number 12, Natalie Spring. Check that. That's on number 2, Taryn Lamb, her 3rd 15 foul in Powell County. Officials straightening that out. Barrett's first free throw rolls in and spins out, and she'll get 1 more. Well, Powell County stepped in there late. That's a lane violation, and they called that correctly as Emma Barrett had the basketball at the free throw line, and then Taryn Lamb, the freshman, steps in. Automatic lane violation. So Barrett gets another off the rim and no good. And rebounded there by Spring. Spring with the basketball, top of the key, guarded there by Ranson. Hanukkah. It's over Jort. Spring shot, no good. Rebound, Ranson kicks it out to Martins. Back to Barrett. Barrett looking to drive. And Barrett's called for the player control foul as Bozy takes the charge. That's Barrett's 4th. And the 5th, just a 14th foul on Bigfork. Lamb with the basketball, guarded by Jort. Jort top of the key. Lamb kicks it over to Hanson. Hanson brings it over to Spring. Back to Hanson, top of the key. Over to Lamb. Lamb looking to drive. And she picks up that pivot foot and travels for Powell County. It'll be Bigfork basketball. In the backcourt on the far side. And Quinn Nissen checks in the ball game for Madison Chapius. Over to Barrett, right wing from Jort, top of the key. Jort looking underneath, gives it up to Quinn Nissen. Ranson, baseline jumper, no good. And battling Lamb and Nissen. And Barrett reached in. She's going to get, that's going to be her 5th personal as Lamb comes up with it. And Barrett fouls out for the Valkyries. 15th foul. And Zoe Albert, number 12, checks in for Bigfork. 6:44 to go, 43-13 on the Montana Athletic Club scoreboard. The Valkyries lead. As Lamb crosses the timeline, Jort out to meet her. Over the left wing. Over to Hanson. Bozy. The basketball, Lamb looking inside the three-point line, shoots it, and scores 2 inside the three-point line, left side. Jort with the basketball. Across the timeline, looking. Gives it over to Martins. Martins, right wing, back to Jort. Over Zoe Albert. Quinn Nissen, back door. Shot up by Callie, misses it. Rebounded by Bigfork. Gets it quickly out. In the corner. Martins will take it, looking to drive for Bigfork. Shoots the floater baseline and scores 2. There's Callie Martins. And Lamb with the basketball. 5:40 to go. Bozy. Basketball, kicks it over to Hanson. In the corner to Spring. To Bozy. Bozy's going to get fouled and go to the line to shoot 2 for Powell County. At the line is Bosey, shooting 2. First one off the rim. That foul was the first personal on Quinn Nissen, and the 16th foul on Bigfork. Bosey misses the first, will get one more. Shot up, misses the rim, so no contact. It'll be Bigfork basketball. Martins to inbound in the backcourt. She'll give it into Jort. Jort will dribble across the timeline for Bigfork. Finds Callie. Callie Martins back out to Jort. Over to Zoe Albert. Back to Jort. Martins. Right wing. Looking underneath. Cross court to Zoe Albert. Back. Jort, top of the key. Looking underneath. Get to Martins. Martins looking. Give it to Jort. Jort inside the free throw line. Off the backboard. No good. Fouls on 32. Annika Ranson, her first 17th foul on Bigfork. That puts Powell County in the bonus with 5:02 to go here in the ball game. Bigfork up 45-15 on UPS store scoreboard. And Emma Johnson line to shoot the 1-1. First one's good. She'll get the bonus. Second one, Nissen with the rebound for Bigfork. Quickly up to Martins. Martins over to Albert. Albert looking, and she'll take steps. Couldn't come to the jump stop as she passed it off to Jort. And Zoe will get called for the traveling violation. Under 5 minutes to go, and Lamb with the basketball for Powell County. Gives it over to Spring in the corner to Bosey. Back out to Spring, knocked away there by Jort. And hustling after it. Spring gets it back, dribbles up quickly, pulls up outside the free throw line, puts it up. Nissen with the rebound, gives it quickly up to Martins. Martins looking to drive all the way off the backboard. No, she shoots the floater and drains it for 2 to Callie Martins. I thought she was going to use the backboard, but didn't. And scores the 2 points by Martins. Lamb over to Hansen. Back out to Lamb. Lamb on the right wing, looking to drive on Callie. Lamb goes up, puts it off the rim and no good. And she'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. And the personal is the second one on Quinn Nissen and the 18th foul on Bigfork. And Lamb will go to the line to shoot 2. Misses the first one, she'll get one more. 4:06 to go. And Callie Gambala will come back in, replacing Annika Ranson for the Valkyries. One more for Lamb here. Puts it up, a little strong, and run down by Gambala, who just came in the ball game. She'll give it up to Martins. Martins, top of the key for Bigfork. We'll give it over to Zoe Albert. Back to Martins. In the corner looking. Finds Jort. Jort looks underneath. Out to Martins. Back to Jort on the right wing. Feeding underneath Nissen. Nissen feeds in Gambala. Gambala up and under. No, misses it. And gets the loose ball. Puts it out to Jort. Jort off the backboard is good. A nice feed by Gambala on the loose ball. And Jort scores 2 for the Valkyries. 49-16, 3:30 to go. On the UPS store scoreboard, Valkyries up. Over to Hansen. Back out to Bosey. Bosey dribbles up foot, but Lamb comes up with a loose ball. Lamb will dribble out to the top of the key. Gives it up to Spring. In the corner to Hansen. Hansen out to Lamb. Nearly stolen there by Callie Martin, In the corner, Spring kicks it out to Lamb. And before that happens, Spring will get called for the traveling violation. Ranson will come in for Martins. And Bigfork basketball is Jort and Ranson in the backcourt. Jort will inbound to Ranson. Back to Jort as they set it up. Back to Jort, top of the key from Ranson. Zoe Albert, look. Jort will dribble over the corner. Right corner is Ransom. Back out to Jort. Looking to run an offense. Finds Gambala. Free throw line. Backdoor tries to feed Nissen. Ransom baseline jumper off the rim and no good. Knocked away and off of Powell County. It will remain Bigfork basketball. 2:32 to go. Out to Zoe Albert. Zoe Albert's jumper, no good. Shoots it short. Lamb with the rebound for Powell County. So quickly give it up. Gives it up to Spring on the right wing. In the corner to Bozy. Bozy shoots up a three-point shot off the rim and run down by Lamb on the far side. Over to Hanson. Back to Spring. Spring to Lamb. Lamb left wing. Looking to drive. And she's fouled. And we'll go to the free throw line. Excuse me. It'll be on number 32, Annika Ranson. That is her second and 19th foul on Bigfork. At the line for Powell County, the freshman Taryn Lamb to shoot two. 2:02 to go here in Deer Lodge. First free throw up off the rim and no good. And Lamb will get one more for the Lady Wardens. 49-16 on the Bigfork Harvest Food scoreboard. Lamb, one more. Too strong off. Tipped out. Bozy comes up with a loose ball. Spring looking to drive. Off the backboard, no good. Jort comes up with the rebound. Right to Ranson. And she'll give it up to Gambala. Gambala looking to drive. Over in the corner. Zoe Albert, three-point shot on the way. Off the rim and no good. Rebounded. Ranson gets the rebound and gives it out to Jort, top of the key. Jort looking for Ranson on the right wing. In the corner, gives it up to Gambala. Gambala shoots up from the left elbow, bounces off the rim and no good. And Hanson will come up the rebound for Powell County. Across the timeline, she'll give it to Bozy. Bozy looking to drive. Knocked away there by Zoe Albert. And Hanson with the basketball will give it up to Lamb. Lamb looking to drive. Too strong, and Gambala quickly up the court. She'll pull it up. Gives it up to Quinn Nissen. Nissen will give it to Jort. As we roll down to 1 minute left, Zoe Albert on the right wing. Back out to Jort, top of the key. Gives it up. Quinn Nissen over to Gambala. Gambala looking to drive. Kicks it out. Zoe Albert. Jort, top of the key. Goes over Albert, right wing. Back to Jort. Jort looking. Finds Ranson. Nissen. Gambala. Gambala puts it off. No good, but Nissen right there for the rebound. And misses the layup. And knocked away and out of bounds off Powell County. It'll be Bigfork basketball at 35.5. Under their own basket on the far end. Inbounding to Gambala. Knocked away by layup. It'll remain Bigfork basketball. Lamb to inbound for Bigfork. Gets it in to Ranson. We'll get over to Jort. Jort over on the left wing. Back out to Zoe Albert in the corner to Ranson. Zoe Albert underneath finds Jort, but Albert traveled. Zoe, that is, before getting the pass underneath. The Spring will inbound to Lamb. Under 20 seconds to go. Lamb, Bozy, three-point shot, misses the rim and everything, and goes out of bounds. It'll be Bigfork basketball, 12.4 to go. Jort will get it from Ranson. Across the timeline. Gives it up to Ranson. Looking back out to Jort. Jort will give it to Gambala. Gambala's shot off the backboard, no good. And the clock runs out. As Bigfork wins this one 49-16. And go to 4-6 on the season. 1-3 for Powell County. And we'll take an opportunity to talk to the head coach. I'll be back with your full game stats here momentarily. From Deer Lodge, Montana. So hopefully I'll get Courtney Gunlock. She'll come up here along with So go talk to him and then be up here. Let me get your full game stats here momentarily, and we'll bring them up here in the booth and talk to him on the post game. 49-16, and post game brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. All your grocery needs, including Mason Bakery Deli, much, much more. All your grocery needs being met at Bigfork Harvest Foods in the town square. 8111 Highway 35, Bigfork. 837-5010, and I'll look for the head coach and the players over here momentarily and looking for your full game stats, and I'll give those to you here. We'll be back with post game here as the Valkyries win this one 49-16. All right, welcome to post game again, brought to you by Bigfork Harvest Foods. I'm here with guard and power forward Madison Chapius. I don't have the full game stats, but you played really good on defense and rebounding. I saw you like probably about 4 or 5 rebounds in a row, being really aggressive on the boards, and then scoring as well. Nice moves to the basket. Let me move that up so it's easier. Talk about your game and what you have done in the past few games. I see you from the past more aggressive about your basketball game and what you're doing on the court. What made you kind of change and be more that way and really going after it?
I think it's just getting into this season. I think in the beginning games, like, we weren't confident as a team, and now that we're getting into the games, we're getting more confident. And we're learning how each other play because we have a very different lineup than any years past. Our dynamic is different. So I think it's just because we've really gotten to know each other, and it's easier to play once you know each other better.
Yeah, that seems like to me you guys are young. You got some freshmen that really come up, talk about Callie and Annika that come up and contribute, but they're still freshmen learning. You know about that last year when you were just a freshman, right? Learning to come, and I see you guys starting to gel a little bit together. Talk about today's game against Powell County, what you guys wanted to do, them, and what you were able to do on the court.
Before we were just going to fast break, and we did that well today, and that's what we were going to do against this team. So.
Yeah, it looked like to me you guys were trying to push it out. I thought you did a great job on the boards.
Yeah.
rebounding and then really pushing it out, getting it to open. I saw a lot of great passes, getting the ball up the court by different people on your team. So, yeah, I want to see the stats. And you had 6 today, but I mean, I don't know how many rebounds you had, but I watched in the first half. You probably had 4 or 5 in a row, and then really pushing it up. So that's key, and some steals, and played really good defense. So nice job today, Madison. Great to have you on the post-game show. Hope we talk to you again. Hey, good luck tomorrow. You guys go down and play a Class A school in the Polson Lady Pirates. Then Saturday, don't look at past Polson. I know Saturday is a big game.
Right.
You take on the defending state champs in Loyola on Saturday.
Yeah.
So take care of business tomorrow. Rest up, and then we'll see you again on Saturday.
All right. Sounds
All
good.
right, thank you.
Thanks.
Madison Chapias on the post-game show. I'll bring in the head coach, Courtney Gunlock, here. I'll let Madison go and finish getting ready to get on the bus and head home, and I'll talk to the head coach here momentarily. Oh, and here comes Emma as well. Well, Coach, what some of the things you talked about on pregame, you guys really did. I saw you press, got you sometimes in a little bit of foul trouble reaching, and then really pushing the ball up the court. Talk about that and how that worked for you today.
Yeah, we wanted to get out fast and build momentum to our advantage. We did foul way too much, so that is one of the things that we're going to have to work on. But I do think when we press, it kind of gets our girls rolling, kind of gets them going for the game.
Yeah, it looks like free throw wise, not so well. I thought you were going to start off good because I saw Emma, she makes those first 2, puts up 10 quickly in the first quarter, really got out fast. I thought that got your team going when she puts up 10 of the 16 points for you. Madison had 4 in the first. She started strong. Scout, they do, 16 the first, 13, 14, and then 6 at the end, as you got some of the other kids in the game. Talk about that and what their contributions as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, Emma Barrett got out fast, and some of it was steals and transition, just like that was kind of one of our goals, to get out and go fast and get some transition bunnies, which we did. Madison Chapias, like you said, had some tremendous rebounds. She got it, and she pushed it up the floor with some great assists to start out the game. Yeah, our free throw percentage has not been great the last 2 games. Definitely something with closer games would definitely hurt us. And we do need to start getting some outside shooting, scoring.
Yeah, no 3-pointers today. Got some good looks, though, from some players, just not dropping.
Right.
You need those to drop and continue.
Right.
So nice game against, Powell County, a little bit down. As far as they only had, I believe, 7 total to play today, and they're only the 1 and 2, like we talked about. So going forward, you got Polson tomorrow, and I hope the kids aren't looking past Polson on to Saturday, because Saturday's a big game, in our division against, and that should be exciting against Loyola on Saturday.
Yeah, no, I hope tonight and tomorrow we can gain some confidence in our abilities to roll that into when we play Loyola, which is definitely a big game.
Oh yeah, you guys are starting to gel together. Now you have everybody back. That'll look to key for you having everybody and the rotation getting into how you want to put players on the court and different players in different matchups. But I thought you guys did really good on the board and really pushing it today, and really good adding that pressure defense, so working on that. So
and I think we took care of the ball fairly well on the turnover ratio, which was another goal of ours tonight, so that was good.
Yes, very much so. Well, thanks again. I appreciate that. I'll let you go so you can get ready to get on the bus, and we'll talk to Emma real quick, and I'll get her out of here so you guys can head on down the road. But thanks again.
Yep.
I appreciate that. And I won't see you tomorrow, but good luck tomorrow against Polson, but I will see you on Saturday.
Okay. Sounds good. Thanks.
Thanks, Courtney. All right, head coach Courtney Gunlock on the post game. As always, thank them for joining me. And I'll bring in Emma Barrett. You can take the mask off, Emma. It's okay. Up here. It's called necessary. So Emma, talk about you got out fast, 10 points, and you made your first 2 free throws in that first quarter, I thought, oh man, she practiced those the other days. She's ready to go. Talk about your start to the game and how aggressive you were to get out and run.
Yeah, well, one thing my dad's been really pushing me this season is to have a fast start, because normally I won't really start scoring until the third and fourth quarter, so I was really focused on having that fast start today. And then Courtney has really been working with me on my shot and getting my elbow in and stuff like that, so I just really wanted to try and use that early, because I figured this would be a game that we'd want to get the younger girls in.
Yeah, well, that's key, though. You're the leading scorer on this team. You're the leader, so I think that's really key and important for you to get out, and that pushes everybody else, especially you, and I would say as well as Madison. You guys get out. Madison was killing it on the boards, and you guys were feeding each other. And a couple other players had some nice passes, and you had some nice drives there. So I think that's really key, getting out to a quick start and then bringing everybody else with you.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think that the younger girls kind of follow in some of our leads, so if we have a nice fast start, then they'll kind of follow with us and be looking for their shot and stuff like that.
So I know you're not going to look past Polson. You got Polson tomorrow, right? The Lady Pirates, a Class A school down there, to Saturday's big matchup. So work to improve tomorrow in that ball game and get ready for Saturday.
Yep, that's the plan.
Well, I thought you had a great game. I thought you got it to a great start. Struggled a little bit the rest of the way at the free throw line. I think that's key. That will come down to when we start getting into districts and divisionals. Free throws are going to be key to wins and losses coming down the stretch. So hopefully, I know Coach will have that on the agenda to work on free throws. Just get up there, relax, and put it in the basket.
Yeah, it's actually really weird, because I normally miss my first 2 free throws and then make all the rest. And this game, I made my first 2 and missed all the rest.
Well, I thought when you made those first 2, I'd go, yeah, she's got this, man.
Yeah,
But no, just keep playing hard. I'm really impressed with how you guys are coming together. Talk about the other players, how you guys are starting to gel.
Yeah, we're definitely getting more team chemistry. You kind of lack that sometimes with a really young team, but this team hasn't really struggled with that at all. We all love to play with each other. We always are helping each other out. We see each other at school. So the one thing about this team that I haven't seen since I've been in high school is that we all want to be on the court and helping each other out together. No one's in this for themselves. We're all in this for the team and to work together.
Yeah, I that's what I notice on the court. You guys are very unselfish. You're feeding the basketball, finding the open person to get a better shot. So I'm really impressed with it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you go. I know you got to get on the bus and head home. I'll catch you. I'll pass you in my car, I promise.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Thanks for joining me on the post game. Nice game today.
Thank you.
I won't see you tomorrow. I got the boys' game at home, so I can't call the game down in Polson, but good luck against Lady Pirates.
Thank you.
Work that, and then we'll see you on Saturday.
Yep. All right.
All right. Thanks, Emma. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Emma Barth and Courtney Gunlock for the Valkyries. Your final here. I'll give her the book back. So let me give you this really quick. Emma had 14, Chapius 6, Nadu with 9, 6 apiece from Callie, both Callie, Gambala, and Martins, 4 for Jort, and 4 for Alexis. 49 overall. Leading the way, Emma Johnson, 6 points for Powell County. And final, 49-16 as the Valkyries move to 4-6 on the season. And good luck tomorrow to the Valkyries as they take on the Polson Lady Pirates down there. And then we'll see them on Saturday at home as they take on Loyola and the Breakers. This is James LaFontaine, the voice of the Vikes of the Vows, here from Deer Lodge, Montana. Your final, 49-16. Thank you wherever you are for listening.